guys, I am Donna and this is episode 8 of my American Diaries. If you haven't seen first 7, make sure you check them out, and if you want to hear more, you can subscribe to my channel. I'm drinking my green juice. It's quite dark, right? So it's kale, spinach, cucumber, fennel, celery, and apples. Delicious, yes. Anyway, in the previous episode, I told you about my little incident with 911 and the police showing up at our doorstep. I also told you that at the end of the first week, Eric paid a month in advance, and I could pay off my loan for a ticket that I had, and I could send the rest to my family in Georgia. So my husband did not work in that time, and he actually had a lot of debts and loans because he was gambling a lot. So we didn't have a good relationship. The first thing that I didn't really love him, but then because he was gambling, he was losing a lot and he was lying a lot, and I kind of lost respect and trust towards him. But still, that was a good reason to break the family in Georgia, because it's a very conservative country and you cannot just say, hey, I don't love him, so I have to divorce. It's not that easy. Anyway, it was not that time. So before I left, I made him promise that he would stop gambling and I would help him to pay off his debt. And he promised, but he never kept his promise. He was still gambling, and I found out in March, somebody told me. And also he asked me to send about $1,000 or something to pay off the bank loan. He wanted to just cover it, whatever was left. And I sent, but I checked him. So I called my friend who worked at the bank, that same bank, and I asked him if it was paid off. And he said no. Whew. I was very upset, of course, and heartbroken. And I sent him an email and told how I felt. Did he apologize? No. Instead, he called me the names, that I was not a good person, that I snooped behind his back and checked on him. And he made a false document, fake document, and Photoshop probably, that it was paid off and he did not have any bank loans left. He also warned his former editor-in-chief, he used to work in the newspaper, in case I called him to tell that he paid off his debt. But I didn't call him. I called the accountant. I don't know why, honestly. And she told me that it was not paid. So at that moment, I felt like it was the end of the world for me. I just felt so stupid that this guy who is telling me that I am the love of his life, that he feels bad that I'm working so hard here, missing my children, and spending the money I send for food or for anything. He's doing that to me and just using my naiveness and trust like that. I'm like, oh my God, I felt like shit. So I sent him an email that it was over, that as soon as I was back in Georgia, we would just, separate, divorce, whatever. I would just leave him. And I also told him that I was not going to send a penny, that he could figure it out and do whatever he wanted to support the girls. That was in March. At that moment, I thought that I just could not do anything else. At the age of 29, my life was over. But from this point of view, now I know that it was a blessing, that it just gave me the opportunity to be free and be by myself and not be attached and chained to this marriage. So that's it for today. I'm sorry that it was not any funny story. It was a little sad story, but it was great because a lot what happened in the future depended on that day, because it was really life-changing moment for me. All right, that's it. I guess I will say goodbye and finish my green juice, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay? I'm promising maybe better story. I'll think about it. Bye.